Hello.
Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. How's it going?
I woke up. I'm good.
Right?
How are you doing today?
Just starting, but good.
Oh, wait. My goodness. Sorry, I don't have in my head. Oh,
No worries.
sorry, y'all. I'm just not with it today. Thank you for putting up with me. Okay, so as we enter the room, let's go through the business of YouTube. We'd love it if you give us a little thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Click on the notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. That should be better. Please tell a friend, have them come and join us for this deliciously ratchet show, Love After Lockup.
This is
Okay,
good.
yeah. So on the docket today, like I said, Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 40, The Halfway Handoff. Overall impressions of this episode, Jamal?
Derek is my MVP of this episode.
I think I told you so.
You did. I hadn't watched it yet, so I watched it.
I couldn't. When you told me you hadn't watched it, I was like, "Oh, I ain't gonna say a word. I ain't gonna say." I told you that he was my MVP, but I wasn't gonna say a word. I wasn't gonna spoil it. But yeah, multiply by 2 and carry the 4. My goodness, I thought, how long was she in jail? Like 4 years? Shouldn't she have
four
gotten
years.
smarter?
I would have
I
thought
feel like
so.
she just gave away all her cards at that little Barth scene. But anyway, oof, who you want to start with?
Do you want to start with? Let's see. Who can we start with? Let's start with Anissa and Josh. That was a quick little segment.
Okay, Josh, hold on. Let me find him
Is
on
it
my
Josh?
phone.
It's Josh, right?
Who's the girl? Rachel?
Anissa.
Jeff.
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 I knew it was a
Yeah,
J.
child. All these people are so interchangeable.
Yeah.
Okay, Christoph. Oh, we're sorry. We're gonna miss you, Chris. But catch us on the replay, Christoph.
Yes, replay crew is
Um,
always welcome.
hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Katie. Hey, Susan. Hey, Dorothy. Welcome. Thank you, Dor. We need peeps like this in the chat to set us right. Hey Trey, please save. Oh Lord, please save Deontay for last, so I won't dry heave through the entire live. Thanks. Oh my God. All right, just for you, Trey. Just for you. Hey Jen. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I'm going to try and keep up with the comments, and this show is so ratchet. Okay.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Anissa and Jeff. All right. I feel like he conned her. Like,
He
why you
did.
ain't want to see her? Like, if he said that he got the day pass, and then all of a sudden you didn't have time to get an ankle bracelet when all they need to do is clip it on. Like, if you were approved for a day pass, shouldn't your ankle bracelet be hot and ready?
Yeah, that should have been ready. That should have been ready before you got the day pass, I would think.
And he was able to come out of the facility and pick up his stuff from the picnic table. That was him that they showed, right?
Right.
So you could come to the picnic table without an ankle bracelet, but you okay, never mind. I don't understand how this works. If anybody understands how this works, please let me know, because I just thought he was lying. And he got money from her and toiletries.
Right. Like what killed me is when he said that um she asked she asked him that he spent the whole $100. And he's like, well, baby, things are expensive in here. I'm like, oh, you won't hit her up for more money already. I see you. I see you, Jeff.
But
I
look what
see you.
Dorothy says. Jeff didn't want to sleep with Anissa. That's why the excuse. But how you asking for money and not rendering services? You got to know there's a
Exactly.
price to pay for that coin. Got the pass to get some. Oh, Lord. Black Lavender. You think? I thought you could get it in there. I don't know.
Me
Been
too, to
catching.
be honest.
Yeah. Oh my God, Lisa, you haven't watched it yet? It was a super good episode.
It was so good.
Wait, and Montana's in here? Hey, Montana. Okay. Oh my God, everybody's saying their hellos. Please mingle amongst yourself. Okay, so she is sexually frustrated. Like she's pissed that she
But
ain't
she
get a
said 6
piece.
years though. She said 6 years though. Oof.
And we didn't have to know all that information. I'm just
I
sorry.
mean, it kind of lends context to why she's so frustrated.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Lisa. Hello to everybody that came in to give a thumbs up while you were live and to catch it on the replay after I watched everything. Okay. No worries, Lisa. We understand. Love you for catching us on the replay, though. Love you. Okay. Anything else about Anissa and Jeff?
No, he's scamming her. I think we all
Mm-hmm.
see it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a chick lined up already. Sorry, Anissa. This is what it seems like to me because he's been locked up for a minute and he's not running out to see you.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Oops. Hey, Heidi.
Hey Heidi,
Morning. Okay, who next? Who next?
who do you want to do next?
We got
Oh,
Rachel and
Stan and
Doug,
Lisa.
Brittany and Ray, Stan, Lisa. Okay, let me go back to the top. Okay. What was this hairdo? It was
Um,
a struggle.
you talking
Sorry.
about Lisa?
Lisa.
Okay, so it's not just me. I thought the wig was better.
The wig was better
I
because
thought
she
the wig
doesn't
was
have
better.
enough hair and it like
Right.
is sticking out of where they clipped it in.
You can see
And
everything. That's what I
the
didn't like.
yeah, and the extension hair is kind of cheap and ratty looking. And like she put on a dress and the heels, and she just seemed even more masculine than she did in the sweats. I
It's
don't
because
know if
it's
it
because
was
she's
her.
it's
Mhm.
because she was walking with her shoulders forward.
Yeah, she
That,
came in there. Oof.
like she was
Yeah.
ready. No, she was ready. No, she was ready for um a conversation, and she was going to assert herself and take back her power. That's just the way it came across. She went in with a plan and an agenda, and you wouldn't go run over her. She was in complete
Yeah.
control. That's what to me. That's what the way she came across.
Yeah. It was very, and I'm going to say this, don't jump on me, but it was very aggressive. It was very like, don't mess with me. And
Well,
I was like,
he was
she
out
was
of
coming
pocket.
in for an argument.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what he went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He complimented her looks. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing he should have said is, first off, I want to apologize,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy that and then you should say like I'm happy that you met with me. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't handle. He didn't say the right things.
He does seem kind of awkward and still trying to control the situation, even though you're in the wrong.
Mhm.
It's just really weird. Um, I don't see Jeff marrying Anissa. Oh, we don't either.
Mm.
We don't either. So how did you think the dinner went?
I mean, it went about as well as you could expect given the situation. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it was okay. I mean, she said what she had to say. He said what he had to say. He just needs
Mm-hmm.
to lay off the wine, um, and not do say things like that. But I will say this: for me, drunk minds tend to speak sober thoughts. So I hope Lisa keeps that in the back of her mind, because
Okay.
that sentiment didn't come out just because you were drunk. You felt that somewhere in deep in your subconscious psyche, whatever you want to call it.
Stan, aka Hugh Hefner, aka Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Oh my God. Sorry, sorry. Um, what'd you think about him? Like he was kind of demanding after the dinner. Let's head back to the house. Come on, let's go.
I didn't see them eat, so you gonna feed me before we go anywhere.
I did see one of the dishes. It did look good. It looked like a meat
Oh,
dish.
also they ate.
I saw food come out. I don't know. I didn't see anybody actually moving their mouth, like
See, okay,
chewing.
so it wasn't me. Okay, I'm gonna eat before I
Yeah,
go anywhere.
and I'm gonna need my reimbursement for the motel. Just
Good
saying.
job.
Yeah, because she did say
She said it.
you go ahead and reimburse me, so we ain't really moving from here until I get a cash app or something.
Exactly. A Venmo, a Cash App, PayPal,
Mhm.
somebody.
Mhm.
And if it's PayPal, I'm definitely gonna express it, and you're gonna pay me that 25-cent fee or whatever I gotta pay. I want that reimbursed
Mhm.
too. Did
Okay, didn't call it. It
Katie?
was
Katie?
Cialis?
Yeah. I'm
Y'all
just
really think
saying.
it was Cialis?
You mix drinks like that? Yeah. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
Like, because
god.
you should not get drunk off of one um glass of wine. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, one last thing. What'd you think about Dash coming over and checking on Stan? Like, why Dash got sense and Stan don't?
Well, how can I put this? Men like Stan typically have friends like Dash. Like someone's got to be looking out for you because you can't look out
Mm.
for yourself.
Hey, Toya. Stan seems controlling and aggressive, especially when he drinks. Mm-hmm.
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 Pissed off, he was tired too. So it was, he gave the combination of those things, and I understand. I can also understand if he hadn't eaten anything either. I can go with it,
Mm-hmm.
but like I've been tired too, and yes, I'm bigger, but even when I was smaller, I could still drink. I'm tired. I really feel like maybe he stands on some sort of medication, and
Mm-hmm.
he just forgot like the time frame of when he took his medication and then drank. That's super important.
With any medication, not just like,
Mm-hmm. Anything.
the penis picker upper, let's see. When Stan took her hand at the table and started talking, it was just creepy. Yeah. Well, Stan in general is kind of creepy. You know, just saying. Totally agree with you. Aw, Christoph. Wait, ain't you supposed to be in a meeting? Don't get in trouble for this trash box show. Okay, so anything else with them?
No, they're
Let me
good.
see. Okay, one more thing. Lisa goes to her friend Haley to get her hair done, and Haley was in jail too. Like, do they not know anyone who hasn't been in jail?
No, yeah, have you know? Hey, everyone comes out knows someone who's been in jail. That's who they go out to first.
But I thought you couldn't like get together with other felons when you're out.
That's only if you're on parole.
Oh, so she's not.
She's
Okay.
probably not on parole.
Hi, Fermata.
Because remember, because as when we get to Doug and Rachel, remember she was concerned about who's going to be there
Right,
because he's on
right.
parole.
He's on parole. Okay, because he has the monitor. She does not. Okay,
Hmm.
that's how I'm gonna figure it out, guys. Sorry about that. Um, Wait, Stan just needs to understand her son is important to her. That is, if it really is the son who's calling her. Because here's my thing, and don't jump on me for this, but if your reason for leaving Stan's house in the first place was because of how he was talking to you about your son and your need to be there for your son, why didn't you go to your son when you left? Instead, you went to a motel and the hairdresser. I'm just saying, it could be editing, but I didn't see not one call to her baby boy to check and see how he was doing. She was just in the motel complaining about, Stan.
Hmm.
Sorry. That's
It's a
sorry
fair. It's a
if I
it's a
make
fair
anybody
theory.
mad. Yeah. But if I was leaving on account of being insulted about being a mom and him not wanting my son around or me talking to my son when he needs me, then I would have gone directly to my son. Just
Hmm.
saying. Okay, who next? Who next? Who next? Brittany and Ray or Rachel and Doug?
This is Brittany and Ray.
Child.
I worry for her
Why?
because it just doesn't make sense that you're so possessive over someone you really don't know. And she keeps talking about her place as his place. I'm like, he ain't paid a power bill. Like he ain't like. paying the mortgage? Like, what is wrong with? I don't understand these women who want to. Oh, this is your home. This is your castle. This, and this. And then she's talking about like, who wouldn't want their man at home for 2 months, ma'am? House arrest is nothing to be proud of and to wish on anybody. No, no, ma'am. I need you to up your game and up your standards.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't even go out the front door. I'm like, so that's a sign that she's possessive. That's a
Mm-hmm.
bad sign. Like,
And
I'm sorry.
controlling.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be in around anyone for 2 months. Um, straight. No one. I need a break from you.
You know how I felt when she was saying all of that? What popped into my head was, does she think this is like kennel training for a dog? Like
Mm,
it came across real wrong for me when speaking in terms of another human being, and the joy she was taking in his confinement in her home and what
yes.
benefits it was to her. And I was just like, huh?
It's
I
like
think Ray should go
she.
home to his grandma. Sorry.
You know what? Here's a theory, and I could be wrong, but
Mhm.
just go with me.
Mhm.
Do you think the reason why she was originally attracted to him because she knew where he was in jail,
Yeah,
and
and
then
she knew he
and then
wasn't
now,
going nowhere.
right, and now he's coming out and he's under
Mhm.
house arrest. She knows where
Mhm.
he is at all times.
Yeah, because remember she's in his phone.
Yeah, so it makes my theory makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
She wants
that's
to
the
be his
vibe she
new
gave me.
jailer. Yep, she wants to be his new jailer. Hello, Oblavi. Okay. Is it, oh, hey. Don't want to do that. Wait, what did Christoph say? It's a pattern that the ones who don't really want to be with that person hope for a fight the day they get out, so they have their out. Oh, interesting,
That is
Christoph.
interesting,
Very
and I
interesting.
can tell with her, she's gonna try to alienate him from his family, and that's gonna cause some
Uh-huh.
issues because
Mm-hmm.
his mama's not gonna have it. His grandmama sure ain't gonna have it.
Well, it's remember that's his stepmom. I I think his dad and his grandma, especially grandma, gonna be leading
Mm-hmm.
the charge on that. Um, okay, so she's getting her makeup done. She's going to pick up Ray from the halfway house because he calls her and tells her that he's getting out. And Grandma Sue, I think her name is Sue, shows up and she has the nerves to say, "What the hell is she doing here?" Like,
I was like, "Are you okay? Are you serious right now?"
is she going over there to ask Grandma Sue, "Why you
Yeah,
here?"
bad move, bad move.
Okay, I think Grandma Sue has been like holding back. I hope that she tells her about herself if she has the nerve to ask her what you doing here.
Well, Grandma Sue thinks something's wrong with Brittany anyway, because like she said, like who needs to come to jail to find a man?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
So,
she already has her ears perked up on Brittany.
uh-huh. I can't wait to see that. Okay, so anything else on them?
Nope.
Okay, so
Oh, I do
Rachel
have a
and
question for
oh,
you before we
uh-huh,
go on.
uh-huh.
What do you think is gonna happen when her parents find out that he's gonna be staying there? Because they gonna find out.
I think they're gonna roll up. I think they will roll up. I know the mother said that she didn't want to meet him, but it's a
Hmm.
whole nother thing if that person is in your daughter's house.
Exactly.
I think that they will make an appearance, especially based on the fact that she had a DV issue with her last relationship. It was the last relationship,
Yes.
right?
So she was her
So,
fiance. That was actually her fiance.
right. So I think it will lead to an unwanted meeting, which could be confrontational.
Right. The way I'm looking at it is, I have a feeling she's not gonna tell them, and then while she's not there, they're gonna do like a surprise pop up,
I think
and
the
he's gonna
sister's gonna tell. I think
okay.
because remember she was saying in her confessionals, my sister won't tell. I don't
Yep, she did
think.
say that.
Yeah, I think that's the plot.
Okay,
Her sister's gonna inadvertently say, "Well, you know, I did Brittany makeup to go pick up her jailbird. Oh, and he's staying at her house." She
I
gonna
can
let
see
the
that.
cat out of the bag.
No, I'm with you. No, I'm with you. I can definitely see that.
Hmm. Okay, so Rachel and Doug. Why I got instead of Doug's name, I got dog. Oh my God, autocorrect is gonna kill me on this phone. Um, Doug want to go and see his dad the day before Father's Day because you know his dad is sick.
Hmm.
Um, and he didn't clear it with his parole officer. And obviously, Father's Day falls on a weekend. He's not supposed to go nowhere on a weekend. And he's just leaving messages. And Rachel's like, I don't think we should be doing this. Hi, Tony. It's
I
very
get where
small.
he's coming from, though. I totally get it. Your parole officer, he can go, but he needs permission, and your parole
Uh-huh.
officer's not picking up, and your dad's in poor health. So I understand. Um, for me, if I were Rachel, I'd have put him on the bus. No lie, I'd have put him on the bus, and I'd have met him there. Like I would
But
not be driving with you.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. How long has he been out? 2 weeks or 2 days?
Today.
2 days. So if you knew you wanted to go and see your dad as a surprise on Father's Day and you wanted to see Saturday. He'd been out 2 days, Thursday and Friday. You didn't spend all day Friday trying to call your parole officer to say this. You waited till Saturday to leave a message. Come on, Doug. Do better. I know he wants things to be run on his schedule,
Hmm.
but I agree with Rachel. And it's just like, stick with the rules. How many
Hmm.
Father's Days have you missed in 11 years? Could have missed one more. Just saying.
Well,
You could have went on Monday.
yes.
I'm
You
just
can have
saying.
people celebrate holidays late all the time.
Because it's Father's Day somewhere in the world. Just do a different time zone and say, hey, it's still a surprise.
Hmm.
But anyway, he's determined to flout all of his rules. I wonder if his parole officer male or female.
I think it's a female. I
Yeah.
recall he said her.
I don't think he has any respect for women. And I feel and he's generally very controlling. And I think he feels like people should be listening to him because he knows it all, but yet he doesn't. I can't stand Doug. Lord have mercy.
I
Whatever.
mean, you can't know it all and still keep winding up in jail over and over. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You get a little background on Doug's history, how he grew up. They were very poor. They would scrap for cash. Um, and then they get to the house. Rachel's driving. She's the most uncomfortable I've ever seen. But it was really nice to see Doug Sr. There's 5 Dougs in their family. My God. Um, oh yeah, he has liver failure.
Hmm.
And he said he notices the difference in his dad because his dad used to be a big, strong man, and the disease has taken a toll on him.
Hmm.
Um, and then we see like his sisters come out, and his sister who was taking care of him, Ashley, mentions that little Dougie wrote some letters that were in his room and she wants to talk about them. And little Dougie gets an attitude. But now I see why he behaves the way he does because look at everybody and their behavior around him.
Yeah.
So he basically says, he threatens her and says he doesn't want to talk about those. And then the other sister, Crystal, was like, fighting over custody that you can't get, boo, because your husband is a felon. And they
And
have all of this in their front yard.
right.
Like I couldn't live, like the property values in that neighborhood. I would be very concerned if you're buying a house on that street. Just saying. What'd you think about that whole meltdown with him cussing everybody out?
I mean, like you like. Here's the thing. I just have a rule. Like you don't cuss people out in their own home or on their property. You just don't do it because it's unnecessary. And but I don't expect anything more from him because he's just very volatile anyway. Like
Mm-hmm.
anything that doesn't go his way, he's like a petulant child. It's like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
But then you could just tell they could probably grew up that way, cussing each other out. So that could be the way
Mm-hmm.
they show love. I could see
Mm-hmm.
them all cussing each other out at some point. I'm serious. Some families just communicate. Like there's a growing up, there was I had a friend, and his family was just
Mm-hmm.
naturally loud. When I say naturally
Mm-hmm.
loud, like they spoke at level 10.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I was like, why are y'all yelling at each other? Like, we're not yelling at each other. This is how we talk. And then they would get really mad. It would go up at like five octaves.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how we show love. I'm like, okay, that's just how some families are. So if you grew up in that environment, you don't know any better. To you, that's
Mm-hmm.
normal.
Right.
So
So Christoph has a question. Big Doug's anklet is for house arrest, right? He's parole. House arrest is
he's
different?
yes. So house arrest means like you just on lockdown. You can't go nowhere. That's what the ankle monitor is for. Now, they're in different states, so different states have different rules. So in Doug's situation, he can actually go out between
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, weekends with permission. Ray has an ankle monitor as well, but he can't go nowhere. So it
Mm-hmm.
depends
For
on the
2 months.
severity. Yeah, so it
Mm-hmm.
depends on the severity of your crimes and your state.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I
And
that's the way I understand it.
Dorothy has brings up a good thing, because I did make a note of it. His mom don't want to come out to see him.
She's mad because he's made so many bad choices when he even acknowledged, he's like, I had outs and I just didn't take them.
Right.
So she's
Oh my
frustrated with
God.
him for keep making the same dumb mistakes. And I like Doug Senior a lot because he told him like, she's a good one. Don't mess this up. Do the right
Uh-huh.
thing.
Yeah. Doug is not a nice guy. He's a giant entitled man baby. Okay. Ah. Okay. So, but in the end, Doug Sr. is happy to see Doug.
Mhm.
Doug douchebag. Um, but their segment ended off with that argument. I, Lord, I feel bad for little Dougie. I really do. He didn't have a chance.
No.
He didn't have a chance from the beginning. Okay, so we've gone through everybody else, right? So now we're
Yeah.
getting to Deontay. All
Yeah.
right. So we pick up with Nicole calling Tia at the back of the hairdressers. And we find out that they're going to a bar, and it's the first time that Nicole is going to a bar at legal age. And they're going to meet Derek, and they're taking her friend Audrey with them.
Mhm.
We get to the bar, and Derek comes prepared with all his cuestiones.
I love Derek because when Deontay's like, "Well, take it easy on my woman," he's like, I don't give a damn. And that's when he was I was on his team because I'm like, that's what you do. That's what a friend does.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay trying to make excuses, and he's like, no, I got questions, and I'm going to ask them. I'm like, yep, that's what you do. That's what you do. And Derek pulled no punches. He's like, this girl is using him. He is too stupid to realize it or see it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I love. It's harsh, but it needs to be said.
Did
It
you
needs to be
believe
said.
Nicole when she said that she loved Deontay?
No, no one. Because if you love somebody, you. I'll put it this way: she may love some aspects. It's possible, but is she in love with him? No, because like if you're in love with somebody, you really don't need to be talking to your exes. And no, I didn't say ex. I said exes.
Mm-hmm.
She calling up the whole team.
All of them. Oh my God. And even inviting them to the bar.
Right. And
Nerve.
the conversation about when everything came out, like, well, how did you feel when Derek asked her, like, so did you sleep with her?
Okay, the question came out of nowhere, but I was so glad that he asked it. And
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna lie because, like,
So did I.
I thought that, like, she lied about loving him. So I thought she was gonna be quick on the uptake and be
Right.
real slick. But she a dingaling. Oh my God. She I think this is the first time she told the truth. She started saying, "Yeah, I had sex with people," and then when she said, he said the strap on, and she said, "No, she had dinner in the kitty cat," and I was just like, "You're so stupid."
I mean, she lied about everything else, but she told the truth about this.
It made no sense for me. And then apparently she told Deontay that they can't do that in jail, and you believed
Right.
her?
Yeah. He said, you told me you can't touch nobody in jail. I'm like, okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, poor Deontay. I didn't know what to do with him after that. I felt so bad. Like, he was just that naive.
And then you got personal witness number one, Audrey, ex-cellmate, who's there in between chomping down on the onion rings or whatever, fried pickles, saying, "Oh my God, she talked about him every day in prison. And it wasn't just because of the shut up, Audrey. Why are you here?"
I'm going to need you to sit down and enjoy the conversation.
No, she
Because,
should have never been there.
no, we need Audrey there. Because I was hoping she would give us some context. And co-sign. She was there to co-sign. But I loved it how it went from, make sure I get this right. It went from they couldn't touch nobody,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
To yes, she was in the kitty cat.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, I couldn't touch nobody. We can't touch nobody.
Right.
Let me go back because her story's all over the
It
place.
was very confusing.
Okay, you couldn't touch nobody.
Right.
Then old girl was eating the kitty cat.
Well, somebody was eating her kitty cat.
Yeah,
Right.
and then hold on, and then you wound up dating 4 women.
No, but wait. It was 6, but
Yeah,
she only dated
dating
4.
4,
How
right?
is that possible? So you just throwing your kitty cat wherever it bounces off of these cell walls or gates. And 2 of them was just okay. But 4, you were seriously dating
Seriously dating,
while dating Deontay.
right? But then hold on, but then remember she lied. She said that was all before you.
But yet, okay, so the one that she had relations with a week before getting out, that was just, random kitty bouncing off of the jail bars. That wasn't a relation, a dating.
I don't think so, because Tia, she said she was only with Tia for a year and a half, 2 years, and it didn't sound like they were together before she got out. So I think she just had one last little dip and flip before she left.
Not the dip and slip. Oh Lord. And Katie, it got 9 lives. Oh my God. That's a lot of slinging a kitty cat in there. I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. How
Yeah,
would
but the
you
fact that
want
she
to?
talked about what she's talking
But
about, I don't like
mhm,
being touched and this and that. But I'm like, but hold up, you don't like being touched by men? Is that what it is?
mhm.
Because you
Well,
kind of getting touched a lot. It sounds like I'm just
except
saying.
for the ex-boyfriend, what was his name? Zach?
Zach,
Zach. Okay. Um, you think Audrey has some enjoyment of that kitty cat?
oh, I wouldn't be
Or Audrey the
surprised.
type to just like watching from the corner?
I don't know with Audrey because I don't. Here's the thing. I think they may have hooked up, but I don't think she was one of the dating. she was like that best friend who like with the benefits, who like when you are in between and no one's available, you call that person and they're
So
cool
wait
with
a
it.
minute. Audrey is one of the two that she wasn't dating, but
Yes.
you was just like getting an itch scratched
Yeah, like the
because
best
that was her
friend.
cellmate. When the other people
Yeah,
couldn't come or she couldn't meet in the showers with the people she was dating, Audrey was backup.
right.
Oh, B team. Wow.
I mean, being a reserve is hey, when you're the number one reserve, when you're like the sixth man, it's okay. It's okay. It's when you're like
Mm-mm.
it's like when you're like man number 53 on the football team. It's like nah.
I don't know. I don't know. This was epic. And when, oh Lord, and this is why Derek got MVP of the episode for me, because he was like, how many times you had sex? And she's there stumped trying to figure it out. And he was like, look, you got to multiply by 2 and carry to 4 to figure that out. I was like, oh my God. Derek needs to have a permanent slot every season on the show.
He does. He was the star of this episode, hands down.
Okay, so this makes Deontay really angry, and they go outside. They have this conversation, and he calls it.
No,
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 Deontay goes outside with her.
no. What I'm saying is we have to remember that she was on the phone with Tia, and that's what really set him off.
Oh, yeah, because
That's
she
what it
leaves
was.
first. She leaves
Yes.
first, and he catches her on the phone because Tia says she ain't making it. And he's like, who
Mhm.
are you calling? And she's like, my friend, because he caught her in the bar looking around for her, because that's how all this debacle started. And he actually tells her,
Derek peeped that though. Derek called her out for that because he asked her who you
mm-hmm,
looking for,
mm-hmm,
and she's like, "Oh, my friend like might be coming." He's all, "Friend who?" And that's when it all
mm-hmm.
really like Derek was just stirring the pot and asking
Love
all the
him.
right
Love
questions.
him. But Deontay was like, you was cool spending my money though, or taking my money.
I would be too. Sorry,
But
just
he
saying.
manages to get her to agree to come back to his place because I think because he said at the table, he's like, everybody touching Kit Kat except me. Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
that is a shame.
And he actually paying for it.
Oh, man, I'll be upset too. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
You
I'll be upset too.
know, no return on investment. Not even a
Zero,
sniff. Just,
zero.
just saying. Not even a dirty draws or nothing. My God. They get back to his place and he tries something on the couch, but she still manages to avoid the anaconda. Like the anaconda can't get nowhere near this kitty.
Mm-mm.
And she winds up going to the guest bedroom. He goes to his room, and as soon as she gets behind closed doors, she starts dialing the backup team, and he's in his room digging up the torso. The hell? Poor
But she said,
thing.
I really could see myself with Deontay. Like, he's really, really attractive. And she's like, he's kind of scrawny. I was just like, wow. I was like, wow. Okay.
But if you're okay, so then what kind of girls are you doing if Deontay is scrawny?
Right.
Are you doing girls like Lisa?
I think girls like Audrey with some meat.
Oh, fluffernutters. Okay. Um, no word of a lie. A dude brought a blow up doll out to dinner at our local Applebee's last night.
Oh, no. That's sad.
Oh, please tell me it was a bachelor party. And was it Chris from Married at First Sight? He the only person I know that walk around with blow up dolls. Just saying. Um, so yeah, she winds up calling Zach. I don't know what this girl is doing, what game she's playing,
Right.
but Deontay better like, if that's the phone he gave her that she's doing all these callings, I would be looking
Mhm.
up the call record every day.
Oh,
Just
especially the
saying.
text records.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. Wait, he was flying solo? Ooh. So it was Stan, believe it or not. You're so messy, Katie. It was not Stan.
It was Stan. Oh.
No. Or dare he lost. Oh, that's a good one. A dare that he lost. They know different because he had
Mhm.
Oh, red wine wasted. Well, oh my lord. Katie, you're a mess. All right. So basically, that's the episode, guys. Next week, well, this week, Friday, it looks like it's going to be good. What are your expectations for the next episode, Jamal?
More mess. This is like
More
this is
mess.
so this is the thing with have you noticed like when you compare this show
Mm-hmm.
to other shows, like how this
Mm-hmm.
show just builds, like it's a
Mm-hmm.
continuation building. I
Mm-hmm.
think other like reality needs to like understand how to put a season together because this is just building and it's getting more messier and more pitiful about uh, week by week, and I'm here to watch it because it's not me.
Yeah. And this kills me because Sharp Entertainment produces this show, right?
Right.
And they know how to move a storyline on this show, but they've gotten lost on 90 Day and all of the spin-offs. Like, what
It's because
happened?
what it is because these people are kind of living their real lives where on 90 Day they're trying to become famous.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what, in my opinion, that's really what it is. Honestly, they're trying to be famous. They because these people on Love at the Lockup, they know who they are, so they're not trying to be anything that they're not. Like
Hmm.
they're looking at this like, dude, I'm just coming out of jail and getting some quick cash. So it is what it is. While on 90 Day, they're
Hmm.
trying to use the platform to become famous and live the high life. That's all really. That's the main difference, to be honest. Like they're not trying to be. They're trying to be more than they are. Whereas Love After Lockup, they're like, we're felons. We have records. You can look this stuff up. So
Yeah.
there's no faking and fronting on this one.
And I'm probably going to wind up back in jail anyway. So it is what it is.
Hmm.
God.
Most definitely.
Um,
I
Christoph
mean,
agrees with you.
when you have
Yay.
nothing, like when you like,
Nothing to lose.
you have nothing to lose and nothing to hide at this point. I mean,
Hmm.
it is what it is. Like they put your whole record up on Love After Lockup, your whole record.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
is what it is, and they just get it. They
Hmm.
understand. They understand what it is.
It is getting better though. Like I am thoroughly enjoying this stupidity, no lie. Um so this was it. Love After Lockup. Wait, what was the show? Season 3, episode 40, the halfway handoff. This week's episode on Friday looks like it's going to be just as good as normal. Tomorrow we will be talking about just one housewife for the roundup, Real Housewives of New York, because this week there's no new episode of Beverly Hills. So we'll be
Mhm.
recapping the New York City gals.
I haven't
All
watched them yet.
right.
I'm watching them today. New York, like I've seen some stuff online and like with Ebony, and the thing is I remember at the beginning of the season we called this. We said this was probably. I'm like, people do not get excited. I'm reserving judgment. Like you only have 5 wives, no interesting friends, and look what
Mm-hmm.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, it's Ebony. Like no, and then some other articles say like, no, well, there's a lot that went into the season, and there's only 5 wives. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely deep dive into that tomorrow.
Have a good day, Christoph. Thanks for joining us. And guys, thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you again tomorrow
Yes.
for a Housewives chitty chat.
Hmm.
And okay, so don't forget before you leave, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and share, hit the notification bell. And thanks, guys, for showing up and really showing out
Oh,
in the chat. Go ahead.
quick,
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
quick before we
Mm-hmm.
go, um, I'm starting my series today on Claire's channel. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Why YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and our first installment is today at one my time Pacific for Eastern. So if you can
Mm-hmm.
make it, please do. It's gonna be some good conversation, uh, drama free, and it's an open forum. And we're gonna have about 6 creators, and we all do different things. So it's gonna be a good time. Come on if you can make
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yep. Come and support Jamal. All right. So, any final thoughts?
No, we're good.
Until next time.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.